Let's speak about this with Ulrich Brueckner. He's a Jean Monnet Professor of European Studies at Stanford University and joins us from Berlin. Professor, great to have you on the program. When we listen to that brief history of Germany post-World War II, it's quite the story of success, but of course there have been several challenges like forming a united Germany between West and East. How does the country and this new government that's going to come into power continue to try and bridge that gap between what appears to be rich and poor?
Well, this is certainly a challenge that will stay with us for several generations. I come from Bavaria, and Bavaria always insisted of being different. There have always been these clashes with Prussia, and there's a lot of folkloristic identity formation when it comes to what exactly are you as a German when you look at your regional identity. So I wouldn't put too much weight on to what extent Germany is united, given that we come from a patchwork of what later became Germany as kind of a latecomer when we look at nation building. And given the socioeconomic differences that have always been there, it will take a long time until there's something like a homogeneous Germany, if that ever will be the case.
It's an interesting point that you make there, and asking the question, what are you as a German? Because obviously over the last 30-odd years, there's been a lot of migration to Germany. In 2015, we saw what was dubbed the refugee crisis. How does all of that impact Germany at the moment? And answering that question, what makes a German?
Well, that is a question that everyone will answer differently. If you only look back at the 1990s, at something like an important element of identity formation, like how we identify with our sports teams, then the German soccer national team was formed by Germans who were all born in Germany, and their parents were also born in Germany. When you look at the 2014 World Cup champion, hardly anyone was born in Germany, and we had a patchwork of very different families with migration background, and we equally supported them as a different type of Germany, and that happened within just 20 years.
At the moment, it's been a week since those German elections. We're still waiting to hear about a coalition that's being worked on. But for the last 16 years, the woman in power has been Angela Merkel. What do you expect Germany to look like post Angela Merkel's succession?
Well, this is something like a crystal ball question where we have to predict the future based on information we currently don't have. We don't even have something like a coalition in the making. We are still discussing what kind of coalition formations are technically possible and will find enough political support. Merkel has been very good in crisis management. She has not been very good in terms of strategic thinking, in addressing what are the major challenges of the 21st century and where do we want to guide Germany and the European Union into what kind of future. So we don't really have discussions that go beyond driving at sight, as she put it, and therefore a lot of important reform debates are still open. So it depends on the new government how to address climate change, digitalization, modernization of the administration, and defining something like a German and a European Union position in the world. And this all waits to be seen what exactly will the result of all this.
Professor Ulrich Brueckner speaking to us there from Berlin. Great to have you on the program and get your take on this. Thank you so much.